Lance Cardoza, and I'm hosting a brand new show here on AM 1680 The Answer. It's called Business Leaders. Every week we'll be talking to a new business leader. It could be someone close to home or someone on a national or international stage, but each one has a story that we want to tell, like how they got started, what makes them tick, and tips and tricks you can use to stay motivated and be successful. Join me, Lance Cardoza, every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Business Leaders here on AM 1680 The Answer.
What can happen when your calling becomes your career? Just about anything. Because Fresno Pacific University is creating every possibility that God makes possible. The career you never dreamed you'd be capable of. The life you always imagined for yourself. The future you didn't expect might be yours. Learn your limits and discover that you have none. This is what's possible. Fresno Pacific University.
From AM 1680, The Answer, this is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. And now, here's your host, Lance Cardoza.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Business Leaders Live, and I'm excited about this show because it's the Business Streets 40 Under 40. We're getting ready for the big announcement. And in studio here on the AM 1680, The Answer, Studio A, I've got Cody. Cody is our producer here. Cody, thank you for making us all sound good. And we come to you every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. And in studio, I have past alumni members of the 40 Under 40 and also one of our new honorees for the class of 2017. I want to introduce Silvia Wahyudi with Kikku's restaurant downtown. Silvia, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Lance?
Good. Last year, you were an honoree in 2016, and now you're in studio also from 2000 and, I believe, 12. You're going to have to correct me.
No, I feel old. Thanks so
you feel old? And get right up to the mic there, Sarah. And you were the class of 2012 40 Under 40.
Yes. Thank you for having me this morning.
And a lot of people describe you, and it's not an insult, the Mickey Mouse of 40 Under 40, because you are like the ringleader of the show.
Yeah. Well, it's very nice. It's actually really nice to be involved in something in the community where really all you're doing is really honoring people that have done well in their careers, but are really giving back to the community. So I'll be Mickey.
Absolutely, you'll be Mickey. And what's great about this, too, is the connections that are created. And I get excited because I see 2012, you have some of your fellow honorees and honorees from the past, before and after, that you're in a joint venture together of different honorees that came together and started a business in downtown Fresno.
Yes, a lot of us really came together. I think my class kind of merged. We stuck around. A lot of us were involved in Flip as well. We all just kind of became good friends. And now we're actually, I think all of us now, for the most part, are members or actually owners of Full Circle Brewing in downtown Fresno.
Absolutely. And they're all 40 under 40 people. When I saw that first group come together, and it was exciting to see. You had Arthur and you had Derek Franks from the Grizzlies and Latricia from Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. And she was like thrusted into Fresno, and she didn't know anybody. So it was cool to see all these people, this element coming together.
Yes, it's really neat because we have boomerangs that went away, came back. We have people that are transplants like Arthur Moye and Latricia. And you have people like Derek Franks and I that are just here going, you know, we actually just don't say no to opportunities. We're like, do you want to do this? We go, sure, why not?
Oh, your phone's going to blow up now. Everybody's going to start calling. So it's exciting. It's creating connections, and it's really connecting to your community. You mentioned Flip, and everybody on the radio doesn't probably know what Flip means, but let people know what Flip is also, too, because it's for young business people connecting in Fresno, correct?
Yes. Flip is Fresno's leading young professionals, and it's a nonprofit here locally. It's been around for 12 years, and it's really meant to retain, engage, sustain young professionals here in the greater Fresno area. We've all seen brain drain. We've seen some of our best and brightest leave, and we want to keep every one of us here. And that's why 40 Under 40 is so important, is because really we're highlighting what we have here so they stay and build their roots. And Flip really does do that. It helps grow you professionally. It helps you make friends, and it makes you really get involved in your community. And then you own a brewery. And
then you own a brewery. and we'll talk a little bit about that a little later, too, because everybody in the community can own a piece of the brewery.
Yes,
which is exciting. So, Arthur, I promised I'd get that in. So we'll talk about that. Sylvia, you're a business downtown. These are two alumni members, and we're gonna talk with Teresa Sardina also too. And she's excited. She's part of this new class getting ready to be announced on October 27th. But Sylvia, Kikku's for years. When I first located my business downtown, I used to come over and eat at your restaurant, and that's when I first met you. Then
Yes,
years
I remember
later, years later, now you're in the 40 under 40 in 2016.
This is so awesome.
Yeah, and I would say, Sarah was there, one of the best acceptance speeches, and you don't have to have a speech when you're an honoree. You can come up, receive your plaque, smile, and address your class, but your acceptance speech was really heartfelt. It was really good.
Aww.
And I know you go, no, it wasn't that good. It was really good. It was.
Thanks.
And it was.
I didn't know that I have to make a speech.
And so you just put it together on the fly?
Yeah.
Talk to us about your restaurant. You've won awards. You've done really good stuff downtown, and explain to people where you are so people understand and remember where you are there.
So Kikku is in downtown Fresno. We've been there for 16 and a half years, and it's at Tulare between M and N Street. To be exact, is where the Fresno Unified School District, the old post office, we're across the street from
right
that.
Across the street from that. So you have a lot of county and the hospital and a lot of the city, and everybody walks over to your restaurant. It's
Exactly.
always, you got a big crowd at lunch all the time. It's a big family.
Yes, it's just awesome to be able to be part of the downtown community. Get to meet awesome people, amazing people. Yeah.
And you're very community involved too. So not only do you just have a restaurant, and you do a really good job at that, and your husband is back there in the kitchen making it happen, and that secret sauce that everybody loves from Kikku. Everybody loves that sauce. But you're very involved in your community and your family and everything you guys do for your community too. And talk to us a little bit about that, how important that is to you.
I'm a people person, and it's just really nice to get to know people. I felt like, there's many layers, and I get to learn experience from others and advices and tips, and it's amazing to be part of this community, and I get to know even their family, not just their when they come over to restaurant to eat. I get to know their family too, so that's amazing.
Yeah, and
Make friends.
Make friends. And in today's restaurant, it's a family operation. I mean, sometimes I see your kids in there working too. I mean, everybody's doing something. And you and your husband are a great team working together. How does that work? Because sometimes not all families can work together, but you guys seem to do it very well.
I know. I guess, yeah. Well, there's a time that we're kind of like, oh gosh, I'm going to do it this way. But, we're friends too. I and my husband, Andre, we work well together, and we listen to each other. I kind of tell him, like, okay, you're the boss in the kitchen, I'm the boss up front.
So you have boundaries and territory. So you set some boundaries, and that's when family work together. You have to do that. There's families, and especially in Fresno, that have worked together for years, and you hear about the dynamics of those families working together, but you figure out what that plan is, and you work the plan, and it doesn't always work perfect, but you remind each other this is the rules.
Yes,
this is how
exactly.
it works.
Yep.
Well, we love Kikku's, and a lot of people that watch the morning news, and they watch a morning show called Sunrise, KSEE Sunrise. And I was very excited to break into the studio one day. And Teresa Sardina, you were doing Central Valley Today with Alex Delgado. And so I remember you guys were having tacos, and I came in and just started talking to Alex Delgado, because years ago, and not too long ago, Alex, but years ago, she was in the 40 under 40, I think 2008 or something like that. So she was all excited. She thought it was just a revisit, and you thought the same thing.
Lance, I'll forgive you.
Yeah, you actually
For
thought
surprising me with a taco in my mouth.
in your mouth. You actually thought we were taking a picture, and then you realized, wait a minute, we're doing Facebook Live in the studio just moments after you went off the air, and you were one of the first honorees to be told that you're in the class of 2017. And sometimes that's the pleasure for me, meeting new people when I meet a new honoree that I've never met before, and telling them that you're in the 40 under 40, and at first they feel like they're being sold something. Like, this is for real? Who nominated me? And then they get, they're just shocked. And when you found a really good honoree, that they feel, oh, there's better people than me. Immediately they think that there's better people than me. And that's why you're being recognized, because you are very humble. And Teresa, you are very connected to the community and very supportive of the community. And you're always doing those stories every morning with different organizations all over the valley. And you deserve it. You're doing an amazing job with KSEE24, and Matt and Chad and everybody over there with KSEE24 and CBS 47 all know it. And we love having you in our community, and we love having you in our class of 2017. It's going to be fun.
Thank you so much. It's truly an honor. Yeah, it was a huge surprise. I've been here in the Central Valley for 3 years now with KSEE24 Sunrise and CBS 47, but mainly on KSEE24 Sunrise from 5 to 7 in the morning. I know you guys probably think, oh, she just covers the parties, food, wine, sports, and everything, but what really is so important about my job and which I just love about it is just reaching out to the community every day, the stories that come in. We get a lot of emails, coming through. We would love to have you cover our charity, our event, and organization. That's what I love about my job is that every single morning I'm out there with Central Valley sharing their story.
And you're educating everybody in the Valley what's going on and what's good about our Valley. And there's a lot of times I'll see your show and go, I had no idea that existed. There's the store that's the popcorn store that has every type of popcorn known to man out there.
Grandpa's popcorn.
There you go. So there's always something. So free plug. You better get by there and get some popcorn. So, but there's always something new on your program with KSEE Sunrise. And when we talk to people, too, it's not just everybody. You're a great person, and you do more. You go above and beyond the interview, and they know that. Everybody you work with knows that. So we're glad to have you part of the class. When we come back, we're going to take a short break. We'll talk to Silvia and Sarah and also Teresa. We'll find out a little bit about what they're doing today, and we'll also talk to Teresa about how did you become a reporter for the morning news and also KSEE24, CBS 47 at the same time. When we come back, we're talking to the 40 Under 40 alumni and also a new honoree for the class of 2017. The event will be held in December, and the announcement comes out on October 27th. We'll be right back with more Business Leaders Live right here on AM 1680, The Answer.
A little smarter.
What you've been talking about rings rife through this area.
And a lot more informed.
I'm a black man in America. I'm a survivor.
It's Jim Franklin Live.
Just wanted to say I like your show, dude.
Weekday mornings at 8 on AM 1680, The Answer.
There are thousands of different rules in the Social Security Handbook. Are you confident that you know the right ones that apply to you? The wrong decision could be costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars. At Financial Engines, we believe there's no one-size-fits-all answer to claiming Social Security benefits, and that it's important to work with an advisor to understand the pros and cons of delaying benefits and how to avoid the hidden traps that could reduce them. As America's largest independent investment advisor, according to Investment News, Financial Engines offers help to more than 9 million people. We provide objective, personal, and comprehensive planning advice. Get to financialengines.com. We'll connect you with an expert financial advisor in your area. We'll help create a retirement and Social Security benefits plan so you don't risk leaving anything on the table. So, financialengines.com. Get started today.
This is John Sayers with Financial Engines in Fresno and Visalia. Let's talk about the financial goals that are important to you, and together we'll develop a plan to help make them happen. Call me at 559-434-9800 or visit financialengines.com.
What makes one business rise above? Why do some grow while others simply maintain? Time after time, consistently successful businesses work smart. And when smart businesses need to hire, they do it on the job site that is the proven leader, Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. Businesses that work smart choose partners that have proven track records. It's no wonder that 3 million businesses choose Indeed. To make it even better, right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site for smart companies like yours. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Want the inside scoop on an area? Locals always know. Want an inside advantage in your job search? Then you rely on a staffing local. We're Spherion, a 65-year workforce leader with a distinct local focus. Just last year, we helped 160,000 individuals find exciting careers. I'm Glenna Gates, and my team knows the Central Valley area well. More than a business, this is our home, and we have connections to the area's most respected companies. Gain a local career advantage and call Spherion at 559-251-4040 or visit us on the web at Spherion.com.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. First, I did some reading about it. I found a lot of great advice on how to quit smoking and picked out the ways I thought would work best for me. I started by setting a quit date. Then I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches. I did other things too, like exercising more, and it worked. But I'd still get cravings, especially on long car rides. To help me with that, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Giving you the inside story of business leaders in the Valley and beyond. This is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza.
Hello, everybody. We're back here. We're talking about the 40 under 40. And the 40 under 40 has been going over a little decade now. It's a Business Street and BusinessStreetOnline.com's 40 under 40. And if you can go back, you look at all the classes by going to the website, the letter U, 40.com. You can see all the classes from 2017 all the way to where we are today. And what are we in, 2017? And we have a 2017 honoree in studio from KSEE24 Sunrise, Teresa Sardina. We also have Silvia Wahyudi. She was from the class of 2016 with Kikku's in downtown Fresno in studio. And we have Sarah Moffat. And Sarah Moffat, I would say almost as a ringleader, she really pulls together our selection committee and loves celebrating new young minds here in Fresno. And Sarah Moffat now with Central Valley Community Foundation, but formerly with Senator Feinstein's office. And Sarah, 40 under 40 is big to you. We were talking about before we went to break, and very big to me. And I appreciate everything you do for us and keeping it all pulled together.
Oh, of course. I think it's something that's really important in the community, and I think we were just chatting about the importance of really highlighting the good things that are happening in our community. It's so easy to talk about a lot of negative things that happen, and people go negative so quickly. And to really highlight all the good that's happening really shows why we all chose Fresno to live. And it's a real community, and we all want to be here and support it.
And so many people are boomerangs of the area. I was a boomerang, left, was going to do business elsewhere, ended up coming back. I was in Hanford, actually, and I made a bet. I'm never coming back to Hanford. So when I came back, I won my $50 bet. I moved to Riverdale in the middle of nowhere.
Just you and Alan Autry.
That's it. Hey, brother. So from Riverdale, migrated slowly, but I love Hanford. I love the area. I love the valley. There's so many boomerangs and so many people that go and they come back. Our number one export sometimes is our youth. They leave the area and they don't realize how good we really have it here in Fresno and how many really good, successful business stories and entrepreneurs. And our downtown is starting to make the turn. The heart of the city is finally getting that look and that feel.
Yeah, and I think that's one really great thing about Fresno is you can really do anything. I'm not saying go break into a car, but I mean, you could really go and do anything in this community. Like, I shouldn't have a brewery, if I were in a bigger city, that wouldn't be my opportunity. I get to sit on boards. I'm chairman of the Downtown Fresno Foundation, where we get to run great programs like Restaurant Makeover with Kikku, with Silvia, where we were able to work with them and kind of just do a really cool redesign of Kikku. And now I eat the chicken more often than I probably should, but it's delicious.
And we're still in a city that's not so big that you don't know everybody. What's so exciting is you really get to know the business community. And there's a lot of people you don't know, but once you get to know them, they all tend to just work together. They all want to help each other.
Definitely. I think it's just that love for Fresno that we all have that is really what drives us all. And I think that's why I moved from my career with Senator Feinstein's office, which was wonderful, a short 15-year tenure,
just a little bit.
Just a few years.
Like her. She's been there forever.
Yes. Love her. Decided to move over to the Central Valley Community Foundation because it was really the opportunity to work for Ashley Swearingen was a big deal to me. And the fact that when we talked about moving over, she was like, Sarah, it's our time. And that really made me so happy that we were going to pull together a lot of great leaders. And majority of the people actually at the foundation are 40 under 40 members. You're looking at Daniel Bergstrom, Gretchen Moore, Elliot Balch, Ashley Swearingen.
Wow.
They're all there. And she kind of put together this dream team. And we just want to go out and bring opportunity to Fresno and help solve some problems.
That's amazing too. See, and I hear these stories after they've happened, where people have come up and said, "Hey, I started my business because I met somebody in my class that I never knew, and we both had the skill sets to come together to start a business." There's been so many good stories, and now Central Valley Community Foundation, that there's the dream team, that people were 40 under 40 members that were recognized for what they did so well, and here they are coming together to do more for their community.
Yeah, it's amazing. We kind of just stick together.
Yeah.
Either that or we go through our Leadership Fresno model, which was achieving greatness through peer pressure.
Yeah.
So you kind of make people do the right thing sometimes because it's the right thing. Why not?
Yeah, and it makes you feel good about your community and where you live. This is where you raise your family, and this is very important to be able to give back also on what you do in your community. This is a way to do that and connecting everybody. Talk to us a little bit about your 15 years with Senator Feinstein's office. I've seen you. I'm sure you've seen a lot, and you've been there. And
Yes.
I want to share just a quick story. Business Street Online and Business Street was a publication started September 11th, 2001. So when the buildings were getting hit and everything was happening, the first newspaper was rolling off the press. Yeah, we were a newspaper at that time. In 2008, we became an online publication, Business Street Online, and we've started the 40 under 40, Heroes in Healthcare, and so many other great events here in Fresno. We got a letter from Senator Feinstein, and it was very, very personal and specific to Business Street, the newspaper, and how we celebrated the wins of business people in the Central Valley. And it was so great in a time when it was rough, that business was tough, and still is today for business people, that what we were doing was very important. Telling those positive stories, those success stories of successful business people or people on the rise, and we appreciate all you do for our state of California. That was a very important letter to me. It really made a difference. No matter what you believe about any politician or anything, they take that time, or someone in their office that they empowered to make sure that got out to us. It was very powerful. So I appreciated that.
And I think that's a really big deal to Senator Feinstein. So I spent 15 years with her. So I covered a 16-county radius for her. So Kern all the way up to San Joaquin, San Luis Obispo, and then all of the mountains, including Mono and Inyo. So you really have an opportunity to see the people face-to-face, that whether you're legislating and what you're talking about really affects them. And that resonates really strongly with Senator Feinstein. I think for her to see the impact that she has on people is a big deal, or if there's something that someone says that could actually hinder them, she wants to know. And I always look to things where there was a wilderness bill over in the Eastern Sierras, and she had us go out and really listen to the locals and how it was going to impact them. Because, yes, it was great to do a certain amount of things, but how is it going to impact that local business? How is it going to impact people that want to have access to trails? She wants to know from everyone what's really going on. So even when people say it's a waste of time to call your elected official, it definitely isn't. If you don't call, they have no idea what you feel.
Yeah.
And whether it's good or bad, and usually no one really calls to say you're doing a bang-up job. They usually call to go, you're the worst, or something like that. But still, we need to know what people want, because we still represent you. Regardless of whether you're a Republican, an Independent, a Democrat, or Joe Schmo on the couch that may not want to vote, but we hope eventually does, regardless of who they are.
And you do have a voice, and as a business leader too, when something is not right with your city or your county. That's why those officials are there, and that's why you need to elect the officials that you want in office. And when there's one there that you don't want in office, pick up the phone, let them know you exist, and let them know you have a voice. And they work for you, and you need to be able to communicate with them, because like you said, if you're not leading the conversation, they're only going to hear what is being told to them. So if you're not speaking up, that's your fault.
Definitely. It was the best experience I've had in my life, because I grew up in that office, and she took special care with staff to make sure that we understood issues, and she made me passionate about things that I otherwise didn't know about. I mean, she really told us, as things have been hyper-political so long, they go up and down, where she was like, we don't pay attention to that, we put our head down and we get to work. So we were always producing things. Before I left, she introduced 19 pieces of legislation. She's, in my belief, the most effective senator that we have, because she just wants to get the job done. And in a world full of partisanship, she's bipartisan and she just wants to go. And I adore her for that, and it's the reason why I'll support an Ashley or a Dianne.
Absolutely. Sarah Moffat from the class of 2012. We talked a little bit about what she did with Senator Feinstein's office. When we come back, Silvia will be talking to us for Kikku's Restaurant, and our new honoree of the 40 Under 40 being announced October 27th, Teresa Sardina. We'll be right back with more Business Leaders Live.
Every day, Poverello House serves 1,600 meals to homeless men and women and families in Fresno County. That's equivalent to one meal for each person at a sold-out Save Mart Center concert. And we've been doing it all with a warehouse and operations center that has seen much better days. Hello, this is Cruz Avila, Executive Director for the Poverello House. Help us raise the roof and fund the construction of a new fully insulated warehouse at Poverello. Together, let's build something that will have a profound impact on our community. Donate today by visiting www.poverellohouse.org or call us at 498-6988.
It's time for The Legal Edge, a look at your rights as a Christian, a parent, and a citizen. And now, with a look at what's happening on the legal front, the president of the Pacific Justice Institute, Brad Dacus.
Christian adoption agencies in Michigan have religious exemptions which favor traditional families, consistent with their beliefs. Now, gay activists are suing Michigan to lift those exemptions and basically force Christian agencies to place children in same-sex households. Those who advocate for these vulnerable children believe that the real goal is to force the Christian agencies out of the child placement business. Well, Pacific Justice Institute concurs and urges the LGBT activists to act on what is proven best for children instead of focusing on their own agenda. I'm Brad Dacus.
To find out more about The Legal Edge, call 916-857-6900 or log on at pacificjustice.org.
This is Hugh Hewitt from Larry Holiday and the Holiday Diaz team at RBC Wealth Management. When thinking about retirement, most of us have questions such as how many years before I can retire? How much money do I need to retire? How will I pay for my later years in life? At RBC Wealth Management, they can help answer those questions and design a customized plan to meet your specific financial goals. If you have any questions about retirement, call Larry Holiday at RBC Wealth Management, 559-447-8213, 559-447-8213.
RBC Wealth Management is a division of RBC Capital Markets, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I'm so happy, I feel like I can fly.
Disclaimer, you will not be able to fly by switching to Geico. This is against the laws of physics and nature. If you find yourself flying, please seek professional and or medical help immediately. In the unlikely event you find yourself flying, you might be a superhero, or a pigeon, or a superhero named Pidgewoman, who was bitten by a radioactive pigeon. If you are indeed Pidgewoman, Geico retains all licensing publishing rights in the event Pidgewoman the movie becomes a top-grossing Hollywood blockbuster.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Hello, baby. By popular demand, Dick Delgado's Rhythm Roundup Oldies Show is moving to Sundays from 3 to 5 p.m. All your favorites from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. 2 full hours of the perfect cruising music to wrap up your weekend with the legendary Richard the Lion, Dick Delgado. So grab your hula hoop and slick back your hair for this sentimental trip through the valley. The Rhythm Roundup with Dick Delgado. Sundays 3 to 5 on AM 1680, The Answer.
Are you living with a growing prostate? Do you pee more often than you used to? Do you wake up to go? Be honest. Is there a drop in your romantic life? Prostate problems don't go away on their own, so you need to call for a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 non-prescription formula for your prostate. The ingredients are natural. With Super Beta Prostate, you'll have less urges to urinate, less waking at night, and an improvement in your romantic life. Try it for free. Pay only shipping and handling. Super Beta Prostate is so powerful, you'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same active ingredient in just 1 Super Beta Prostate tablet. Stop running to the bathroom and call us now for your free bottle. Hurry, this free offer won't last. Call 1-800-507-1004. That's 1-800-507-1004. 1-800-507-1004.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You are listening to Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. Once again, here's Lance Cardoza.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for staying here with the Business Leaders Live Show at AM 1680, The Answer. I'm Lance Cardoza, and in studio, I am so honored to have 3 of these beautiful ladies from our past 40 Under 40 classes and also one of our new classes coming up here in 2017 on December 7th at Bitwise South Stadium in the John W. Dodson Theater. We celebrate the class of 2017. Very few know they're in that class. And one of them in studio from KSEE24 Sunrise reporter Teresa Sardina is in studio with us. And Teresa, you were excited when you first found out about it. And we've had past alumni members like Alex Delgado that have come from KSEE24 and others that have been recognized over the past. And with getting that honor, and it means a lot to you, and I know we have talked about it. What do you think when you're going into that class? What do you think you get out of this? What's exciting to you that tells you? A lot of people think, I've arrived, I've made it, and what does it do for you?
Well, I feel so honored, and I feel like KSEE24, the Morning Show, has made an impact on the Central Valley. So maybe that's why I feel maybe I was nominated, because the stories that we cover weekly, from education, community, sports, food, wine.
Yes, the fun stuff.
Fun parties, yeah.
And we know each other mostly from working with Fresno Grizzlies. I'm a
Yes.
spokesperson over there and do media consulting, and we do those morning shows. And we've jumped in the pool when it's freezing cold, and we've done all this crazy stuff. But you make it fun.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's always been a pleasure working with you at Chickchansey Park. It's always a party over there.
Yeah, we're always having fun. And everybody we talk to in the community that you've worked with, and then Sarah was talking about Arthur with Full Circle, and that you always everybody shows up at 4:30 in the morning, and you're getting ready for the 5 o'clock sunrise show, and everybody's trying to wake up, and you might be having a rough day. You might need coffee, but you never look like it, sound like it. You bring everybody up to a level of excitement for that red light to come on, and we're live on KC Sunrise. But you always do that, and I know even through tough times I've been there when you were just on. You were on, and you kept everybody alive and focused.
It's called 5 cups of coffee.
5 cups of coffee. And I know we limit you when we're doing the show, too, like no more coffee for her.
No, I believe it's the energy of the people that surround me. You're right. When you go out in the field, we all have bad days.
Yeah.
We have days where, someone's just on our mind, but you just block it out and you just think about the people that you're with and the story that you're going to tell.
Yeah, and you do that. Not everybody does. So when you work with other stations, and I do media stuff in other cities too, it's not always that way. It's all about them and being on time and the stress, and it's an infection. And it spreads, and you never do that. You make everybody relax, even if they're nervous to go on TV. You do such a good job with that. So,
thank you.
And that's why I'm so excited to have you in that class 2017. So on 40 Under 40, class 2017, the big announcement comes out on Friday, October 27th, with a new class, and you'll be able to find out who the 39 others, and there's some that are out there leaking already that are in that class. You'll have the press release will be coming out, and all the information on Friday the 27th, and we celebrate all of that on October 7th in downtown Fresno at the Bitwise South Stadium. And Bitwise, beautiful place. If you've never been there, an incredible place of tech companies and a beautiful theater inside. Also, Jordan, I want to get into your story. We're going to tell your story before we get out of here, and a lot of people are waiting to find that out. So we'll get to that. But Silvia, with Kikku's, you were in the class of 2016. It meant a lot to you, and like I said earlier in the show, you had a great speech, acceptance speech, and it was heartfelt. You didn't have it planned. You just got up there and talked. But what did it mean to you when you got connected with all these people in your class? What did that mean?
It meant a word to me. I was shocked. I couldn't believe that I was chosen. Actually, I thought it was a prank. Anyway,
we get that a lot.
But I felt so honored, humbly honored, and get to see, be one class with all this. Some of them that I already know, and even people who attended and past honorees, and it was just so honored to be one of them, and yeah, it made me so happy and also feel accomplished of what I do.
All the hard work there at Kikku.
Yes.
And you and your husband, Andre, with Kikku's restaurant downtown Fresno, how did that all start? A lot of people have asked me that question. How did they get started? How did that begin?
Well, it started, we both passionate about cooking and we passionate about food, and I guess we raised love to cook, and we were still dating.
You're still dating at the time?
Andre, yes.
You guys are still dating today?
yeah, we were love
married
to.
with kids,
yeah,
but still
with the
dating.
kids,
You have to.
Yeah, but we're still dating, and he was like, oh, let's look at this place. I think it'll be great. Like we're gonna start something big. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we check out some places, and we fell in love in downtown. And we was like, oh, this is a nice place, and that's how it started.
And you picked out the place. So you had the idea, the plan, and then you went downtown, and it was the perfect fit for you.
Yeah, well, yes, the downtown is a perfect fit for us. And Andre is actually, he, made the menu. Actually, he created all the sauces and the battering and what he wants to put on the menu, and all this how we're gonna start it and the business plan. Yep.
Perfect. And how many years now with Kikku's restaurant?
So 16 years. So
16 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So August 8, 2001. So when we started.
So many businesses downtown Fresno, they were the pioneers with arrows in their back. They were trying to hold on. And we see on the 21st coming up, Fulton Street opening, a lot of excitement going on downtown.
Yeah.
So things are starting to happen. You're a business downtown, so you've been through it all.
Up and down.
It's exciting, up and down. And now you really see it coming, something even better and better?
Yes, it's better. And I saw it coming. It's amazing, like how much the downtown grow, and we're very we're very proud to be part of it.
And a lot of people say, is it the silver bullet? Is Fulton Street going to be the silver bullet? No, everything is the silver bullet. Every win and everything we do downtown Fresno, you holding on, you making sure you're providing your customers that quality customer service and food and everything, all those are wins, and every win is the silver bullet. So opening up a street is not the only answer, and no one is saying that. But what we're saying, it's one big step forward.
Absolutely.
Yep. So we're very excited. You're in their alumni 2016 40 Under 40. When we come back, we're going to get into Teresa Sardina's story. She's going to tell us how she became a reporter and working with KSEE24 Sunrise. You see her smiling face every morning, Monday through Friday on KC. We'll be right back.
Tune in this Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. to Frontline Radio with Ben Berquam, your unashamed, unafraid political evangelist, exposing the left and mobilizing the right to stand in the Central Valley, across the state of California, and around the country. Christ, family, country. It's live. It's local. It's Frontline Radio with Ben Berquam on AM 1680. The Answer, brought to you in part by FrontlineAmerica.com, your source for updates on the battle to restore California's and America's identity.
This is Dennis Prager for 1680 The Answer. If you care about your country and your community, support The Answer by becoming a sponsor of the Dennis Prager Show. It's easier than you think, and you'll be reaching people like you, folks who care deeply about freedom and faith. Help keep the light of truth burning bright. Your neighbors are counting on you. To become a valued sponsor, call 559-233-8803. That's 559-233-8803. One more time, 559-233-8803.
This is Dr. Jim Cece, Senior Pastor Teacher at Campus Bible Church of Fresno. We're blessed in the San Joaquin Valley to have so many fine Bible teaching churches. However, if you do not have a church home and you're looking for a place where the Word of God is central, why not try out Campus Bible Church? We're pleased to announce that we now meet in 2 locations with a variety of weekend worship services and ministry for all ages. One location is on Maple Avenue, a half a mile south of Fresno State University. The other is on Palm Avenue, just 1 block north of Shields. For more information, you can go online to campusbiblechurch.com or call the church office at 291-9116. I also want to personally invite you to listen to The Ambassador's Call, our radio teaching ministry, every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and Sundays at 12 noon here on this station. Again, this is Dr. Jim Cece, praying that you will, in the words of the Apostle Paul, glorify God in your body today.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring the right people for your growing business. That means finding the right candidates with a powerful suite of tools that are easy to use and get the job done quickly. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Simple. Set up screener questions to help you find more qualified candidates. Simple. Review applicants, take notes, and schedule interviews from a user-friendly dashboard on your phone, tablet, or desktop. Simple. Indeed is hiring made simple. And simple works. An independent study proves 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. More hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Hey guys, this is Pastor Sean Beatty from Clovis Hills Community Church, and I want to tell you about a new radio show. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 10 every Friday morning, and it's called Redefine Defiance. It's spirituality for the rest of us. That's really what it is. Here's what I want you to know. If you're one of those people that you love God, but you're not perfect, you don't have the whole Bible memorized, you haven't, been born in the back row of a Baptist church and you've got it all together, well, this is the show for you, because we're going to come together and we're going to learn from the Bible, we're going to tell stories, we're going to laugh, and we're going to have a good time. My co-host, Pastor Scott Hinman, and our producer, Beast Mode, we're going to come on and we're going to bring the word to you in a new, fun, exciting way. So come see us on 1680 The Answer.
Giving you the inside story of business leaders in the Valley and beyond. This is Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza.
Hello, everybody. We're back right here at AM 1680, The Answer, and we're getting excited because on October 27th, on Friday, we announced the Business Streets 40 Under 40, the new class of 2017. In studio, I've been talking to past alumnus. We have Sarah Moffat from class of 2012, Silvia Wahyudi with Kikku's from the class of 2016, and Sarah was formerly with Senator Feinstein's office and now working with our former mayor of Fresno, Ashley Swearingen, a champion of the Valley, and working with Central Valley Community Foundation. So we've talked to our past alumnus, and we're getting ready to make that big announcement on Friday, October 27th. We have one of our honorees in studio here with Business Leaders Live. You all know her from KSEE24 Sunrise, Teresa Sardina, good friend, and she's excited. This is exciting.
Oh, yeah, very excited. Good morning, Central Valley. This is such an honor to be 40 under 40.
Yeah, and you have...
I have ways to go, Lance, by the way. Okay.
And you have 39 other honorees that are getting ready to be announced on Friday the 27th. And we're stoked to have you. You always have fun. And we were talking about before we went to commercial break, even when things are keeping you down, you keep everybody up. And it's important. When you're doing live TV, that's the worst thing, is when you go to talk to them, and I'm sure they say yes, and they don't say much. They're half asleep, and you probably run into that all the time. Yes. And when we do the Grizzlies promos with you, it's always a hoot. I mean, we're always having fun and laughing. How do you do that? How do you get, besides coffee, what do you do? It's all about them.
Positivity and just smile.
Just smile.
Smile and just go with it. Have a good time.
Have a good time. We were talking about in a commercial break. Radio's a little harder than TV. You have to describe everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because usually when I'm out in the field on TV, you have a lot of visuals and you could just see everything and talk about it. But I feel like on a radio, I've had to focus more.
You have to focus. That's hard for Teresa.
Multitasking over here. I'm like thinking, talking, doing social media.
So tell me about, everybody wonders, Teresa Sardina, they see you in the morning. How did you get your start? Maybe there's a little girl there, she's watching TV, and she wants to get on television, or this guy wants to get on television, and they think about, how did she get started? Because you're really good at what you do. How did you get started in the business of TV?
Oh, thank you. Well, a lot of women in San Diego inspired me, just watching the news, just growing up, and I love telling stories. The news business wasn't my first thought. My first thought was teaching or getting into public relations, kind of doing that planning for businesses. And then I went off to college, Cal State Fullerton in Orange County, and was a communications major.
Okay.
And I did an internship with NBC Los Angeles and just fell in love with journalism.
So you got in the studio, you got the...
it was so hands-on.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We got to cover a lot of events throughout Los Angeles. And then after college, went back to San Diego, did some field work, like production assistant. So 5 years behind the scenes. field producing, interning, production assistant, and then
got the grunt work, got your feet wet.
Did it all.
Yeah.
Teleprompter, all the stuff behind the scenes. And then my first on-air job was in Tyler, Texas.
Oh.
Yep, I put my cowboy boots on and went over to Texas and was out there for 2 years. And I was very thankful and honored that they gave me an anchor role.
Yeah.
I was out there as an anchor, producer, and reporter. Spent 2 years there covering hard news. And it's very different here in the Valley.
And hard news is fires and accidents, anything that's happening.
Murders, everything, all the crime stuff. Covered an execution at the famous death house in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, so because that is a grind. That's a hard.
Oh,
doing the
yeah,
hard
it was
news
really
stuff.
tough being out there for 2 years doing that. And I missed my family. And my goal was to come back to California and be closer to my family. And I know you can't start out in a large market. So that was a little challenging too, but when I was applying throughout California, a wonderful opportunity came up here in Fresno and as a feature reporter. So it's so refreshing to be here. I've been here for 3 years, well, 3.5 years now. Oh my goodness, time flies.
Yeah.
So 10 years total in the business, 5 years on air, 5 years behind the scenes. So it's been such an honor to be here in the Central Valley the past 3.5 years covering community, sports, education, as I had mentioned. Kind of what is hot and new in the Central Valley.
In the Central Valley, and connecting with everybody and all the organizations, and that's what we were talking about. That a lot of times people say, I'm real connected. You know everybody because you're out there all the time, every morning, Monday through Friday, with meeting new people, new businesses, new organizations, nonprofits, to the profit sector. Education, which your station does a real good job with. Education matters, so all those good things. So then what would you suggest for a young person that's thinking about and getting to this business? Because it's a very tough business in journalism today.
Yeah, you're right. It is tough. It could be discouraging because a lot of people don't want to leave home to pursue their career. You know, I had to move to Texas, and I have a huge family. And that was the hardest thing for me to do.
And family is very important to you.
Yes, family is like number one to me. And it was so hard, but I really wanted to be in the business. I really knew I had to get out there and get my experience because I knew within 2 years I could come back home.
Yeah.
So my advice to the youth would be if you really want to pursue something, make that your priority.
Yeah. No matter what, if it's tough or not.
Just do it. Everyone's going to have sacrifices in their life and their career, but it was all worth it.
Yeah, and never regret, because that's the thing. You'll regret that you never gave it a try or you jumped in and, like you said, you did all the grunt work. They try to run you out of the business first to find out, are you a keeper? Are you going to stay? Are you a hard worker? Are you passionate about this?
Yeah, and it's tough. Sometimes where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get a job here, I can't get a job there, but I just did not give up. I just knew, I had faith and I believed it was all going to work out. And as my role on KSEE24 Sunrise as a lifestyle reporter, it's a lot of work. People just think it's 5 to 7. I'm just having fun out there, but it's a lot of planning. I plan and produce every morning live shot. Mm-hmm. My shift is 4 a.m. to 12:30, and it's not just being out there reporting from 5 to 7. It's just that constant communication with our viewers, with Central Valley, just promoting.
And bringing the best forward to people as it's coming up. I see you with the Hobbs Grove, and you'll bounce between that and then an education leader, and the next morning you guys are clear on the other side of the valley. And
every day's a new day.
And George Garnica, he's sometimes your partner in crime. You'll recognize him by his thumb. He puts his thumb in front of the camera. That's George. He's a great guy, and all the photogs that come out. And you guys do such a good job, and appreciate you being in the class of 2017.
Thank you. It's so exciting.
So
now I think of a speech now.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, Sarah and Sylvia were talking about a speech. Now I need to think of a speech. Oh my goodness.
2017 class of 40 under 40. It's going to be at Bitwise South Stadium on December 7th. Big announcement coming up not this Friday, but next Friday on October 27th, where we announce our class of 2017 Business Streets 40 under 40. It's always an exciting time, and then we'll be getting ready to party and have fun on the 7th of December. We'll be back in just a moment, wrapping up this edition of Business Leaders Live.
In the future, your home's energy footprint is going to be much smaller than it is today. Energy efficiency and green building programs combined with government incentives and private ingenuity will reduce your energy consumption anywhere from 20 to 40%. Green is good. and it will save you money.
Our family at Donald P. Dick, your locally owned and operated heating and air conditioning company, and proud to be the People's Choice Award winner for the 9th straight year, reminds you to go green and save. Call today for a free estimate.
Donald P. Dick is introducing a whole house approach. Air and duct sealing, attic insulation, hot water pipe insulation. Ideas designed to drive the cost of energy down. Plus, your home could qualify for valuable energy rebates. Call Mr. Cool, Donald P. Dick Heating and Air at 255-1644. They'll show you how to save money by saving energy. For 3 generations in Fresno, it's been Donald P. Dick Heating and Air. Call 255-1644 and let Mr. Cool show you how to drive down the cost of home energy.
You're part of a growing business. You need to hire, but not just any candidates. You need the right candidates. You need powerful tools to find the right fit for the job, and you need tools that are easy to use. That's where Indeed.com comes in. Indeed's advanced algorithm uses the specific details from your job listing to position your job post where more relevant candidates will find it. The right candidates. Screener questions help you zero in on the best talent, while sort and filter tools keep your recruitment organized. It's no surprise an independent study shows there are 5 times more hires made through Indeed than any other job site, more hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, boosting your listing in relevant search results and helping you find qualified candidates faster. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
You are listening to Business Leaders with Lance Cardoza, the behind-the-scenes story of the business shakers and movers in the Valley and beyond. Once again, here's Lance Cardoza.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Studio A here at AM 1680, The Answer. We've been talking to the 40 Under 40 alumni and also Teresa Sardina, 2017 class of the 40 Under 40. If you'd like to hear this episode of Business Leaders Live, you can always go this afternoon to lancecardoza.com, and you'll be able to listen to past episodes and also this one. It'll come up probably about 4 o'clock today, and you'll be able to listen to the whole show if you missed a piece of it. But we're wrapping up. Sarah Moffat from the class of 2012, now with Central Valley Community Foundation. And, her microphone is squeaking. No. Glad that you're on the program.
Government life. I don't know how technology works.
You don't know how technology works. So the people that are thinking right now, there's probably someone that needs to be nominated for the class of 2018. 2017 will be announced October 27th. But how do they do it for 2018, Sarah?
Good question. I think what you need to do is just go to www.40under40.com.
40. You got it.
.com. And it's a really big deal because everyone in this community knows somebody that is doing something exemplary in their career and really in the community. We really want that twofold. And you need to just nominate. It's an easy process. You just write a paragraph as to why you think they should be nominated and be honored because it's a really big deal. And we really need to focus on, again, what's great in our community.
And think about what they've done with their civic leadership, too, and also about their community and how if they're a business leader, how they've impacted their community is very important in that little write-up.
Yes, very much so. And I think we've had people in this new class that started nonprofits and are also working attorneys. I feel like I just told people who that was. But, like things like that, that's a really big deal. It's really donating your time and giving back and caring about the community.
And recognize somebody. You're probably thinking about them right now, and an opportunity for them would be great to be recognized. So go on there and nominate. We just got a few seconds left here. Silvia Wahyudi, thank you for being on the program with Kikku's Restaurant. We wish you all the best in downtown Fresno.
Thank you for having me too, Lance. I had a great time.
Perfect. And then
fun morning.
And 2017 honoree and the 39 others also will be announced on Friday, October 27th. Teresa Sardina with KSEE24. Thank you for being on the program as well.
Well, thank you so much. Again, it's truly an honor, and I had so much fun. Can we do another hour?
Next week, 9 a.m.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You don't hear too much from the media, but I think the media is going to actually be forced to cover it pretty soon. They're going to have no choice.
Coverage now on AM 1680. KGED Fresno. The Answer.